Okay, so here we are at the underside of the big tall platform that the steps were hiding. And as you can see, as I talked about before, here are the bracing pieces that are making sure these legs don't wobble or bend as folks are walking them. Because again, the taller you make these things, the more unstable they become. As you can see again, we see Mr. Lawrence's old friend, the hinge. Again, just an extra precaution, a little bit of extra stability. What these things are mostly in place by are these screws right here. And those are a pain in the butt to get in and out because you're coming at them from a very unnatural angle. I'm hoping there's not one on the underside of this, but I'm almost positive there is. Yep, you can feel it. You can see how it's not coming apart. All right. If I can do this without knocking myself cold. See, again, this is why I hate these. There we go. We got a little bit of attachment here with the screw. Okay, so I wanted to get this out for you before I go back to, speed demon mode, because I wanted to show you the angle there that they're cut at. That was not easy to do, and it's not entirely even because we don't have a radial arm saw or anything like that. We do it all with the hand saw. So again, I know every carpenter, including my uncles and my father, are slapping themselves in the head and collectively planning to slap me in the back of the head. But so as you can see, you get it in there, you brace, and it's going to give you a lot more stability. All right, so I got to get these bracing pieces off, and then I got to get the legs themselves off. Yay, but this is the last big piece, and after that, it's all about the cleaning. Okay, and with that, the set is now completely disassembled and all over the stage. So now we'll begin the next stage, putting everything away. And for that, I think I'm going to need a little help from my friends. So the big stuff is moved. Now comes the tedious part, and that is getting the rest of the stage cleared. So one thing I've started doing is grabbing the legs we took off of the set and binding them together. So these are the bracing pieces that we were talking about. Usually I would use duct tape, but as I looked in the back, I had none. So we have this twine. I don't know where this came from, but we have a lot of it. So I'm like, that's gonna do until I can buy some duct tape. So I'm gonna keep the legs of the same size together, bind them up, and they usually go at the top of our storage area so that when we need them again, we don't have to cut new ones. We can just go, okay, we need ones about the height of the stair units. Well, here we go, boom, and we're good to go. So work smarter, not harder, my McPapa always said. Okay, so the big stuff is broken down, it's put away, so now we got to take care of the little details. So what we're going to be looking at is getting all of like the hinges and things that we took off of the platforms and the flats and putting them away. So we're dividing them up into their sizes, and as you can see, there's many compartments in this tool kit. One for just about everything. So now we're going to put everything where it needs to be. Okay, so with the tools put away, everything where it should be, we're almost done. 2 more tasks left. Number 1, we have left millions and millions of tiny screws laying all about the stage, and those have to get up. They're a safety hazard. Unfortunately, like most things, I left my good broom at the house, so this is going to be quite a challenge to get this up. Nobody really loves sweeping. I've got one person who loves sweeping and mopping, and that's good friend Gabe. But you know, that's the great thing about sweeping. It's a passion. Easy to learn, impossible to master. Okay, so there's one last thing we need to do before we can say that the previous show is officially gone. If you look at the floor here, you'll see color-coded rectangles and whatnot all along it. This is called spike tape. Remember what I said? Stagecraft is about knowing your tapes. So this tape comes in multiple colors, as you can see, and it's used for the set crew to tape out the outline of the set so the actors and the director and everybody kind of knows where it's going to fall in the 3D space. So what you would do is you take the ground plan. This is why we spend so much time on the ground plan and that bird's eye view and the measurements, because now you would have to recreate that here on the actual stage. Spike tape is great. It's durable. You can see it's only ripped a little bit in some spots. It comes up really easy and it stays down. So taking out a set can be one of the most tedious things because you have to get the measurements exactly right. But if you have the colors, it can be fun. Of course, now that the show is over, now we have to take the tape up off the stage. And there you have it. So now the stage is set back to 0. The old show is gone, and whatever is happening next has the stage to itself. So there you go. There's your one-man strike. Well, not really, thanks to Mr. Sims and Mr. Massey for coming in, helping with the heavy lifting, getting some of the stuff back. If you want to know how do you put a stage or a set up, just do everything we just did in reverse. And that's all you really need to do. All right, so thanks a lot. And last little benefit, spike tape ball. Perhaps you'd like to bounce it.